Hey everybody out there on YouTube, this is Gorilla Frog. You might know me from Bud's Class 234. I'm not saying my name on this channel, just for plausible deniability in case I ever run for senator. But just wanted to let you all know, I'm starting a new chapter in life, and I think it's important that I share this with all of you and share this with the public, because it's going to be a rough one. For those of you who know me and know my history, I've been through a lot. Career in the SEAL teams, during which I contracted leukemia, had to have a bone marrow transplant, fell into a coma from side effects of the bone marrow transplant, ended up having a double lung transplant, have had several heart problems since then, and recently have developed a knack for staying awake during surgeries. I don't know why, I just have. But what's coming up next could be leading to a pretty tough road. So recently, I just learned that I have chronic rejection in my lungs. When you get an organ transplant, one of the things you worry about is your body rejecting the organ. In my case, I have a bone marrow transplant. So that means I got somebody else's immune system. So technically, I'm worried about the other person's immune system rejecting the other person's lungs that I have, because I have 3 DNAs floating around in my body right now. Mine, my bone marrow donors, which makes up all of my blood products, and then my lung donors, which is all the lung tissue and the associated airways that go with that. So what chronic rejection is that it's been around for a while. It's generally undetectable by standard tests where they put a scope down into my lungs and check for things, because this chronic rejection happens in the outside of the lungs, in the deepest parts where no tool or any kind of test can get to. My lungs have been going downhill for the past year. I never got a full set of lungs to begin with. When I had to have my initial lung transplant, I was in such bad shape and so close to dying that I accepted high-risk lungs. And that's what I got, high-risk lungs. They even had to cut out my middle lobe on my right lung and cut off a bottom portion of my left lung. And I only got about 60% of functional lungs, and because of the difficulties of the surgery, the lungs deteriorated a little bit getting into my body. So I've been dealing with less than 60% volume, and that didn't even function perfectly, so I've only been getting probably about a third of the oxygen in every breath that I should have been getting, and been dealing with that for the past 11 years. Now I'm facing chronic rejection. That means that I have to go into the hospital starting July 1st, and I have to get this treatment, a serum that is actually made in horses, for the horses to create antibodies to human cells, and then they put that serum into me, and I get one treatment every day for 5 days. It's probably gonna knock me on my ass. This stuff is worse than chemo. I've had a similar treatment 7 years ago that was made from rabbit serum, and I did not do well with that one at all. Partly because when I was a kid, I was bitten by our pet rabbits, and well, when I got bit, I bit the rabbits back. So I probably received some rabbit antibodies at that time. And then when they went to inject me with this rabbit serum, it caused a violent reaction. So this time, hopefully, with this horse serum, since I haven't bitten any horses that I can remember, and I know I haven't been bitten by any horses, hopefully this one goes a little bit better. But these types of treatments like this are known for being notoriously difficult. So I'm going to start doing this soon. What this means is that when you go into chronic rejection for your lungs, nothing can really stop it. Nothing can really nothing can really stop the ultimate consequence that I will most likely have to go for a new retransplant of lungs. Now this serum can stop it for hopefully a couple of months, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, but eventually that chronic rejection will continue. Which means if that continues and it continues to destroy my lungs, that I will need a new pair of lungs. So I've decided for the first time to really open up, and as public as I have been about these things, and as much as I have shared, I have never shared videos of all the really crappy stuff I've been through. I've talked about it a lot, I've done it several podcasts, but I've never shared videos of me at my worst or at my best. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to take as much videos of myself going through this, starting while I'm in the hospital. And I mean to record myself when I am feeling like shit. I mean, in between the throwing up and the diarrhea and the fevers and the sweats and the chills and everything else, I'm going to try and give you some videos and show you what it's like to fight this kind of shit. I can guarantee you I'm not going to lose. You know, I can't say that losing is not an option. And I hate when people say that, because losing is always an option. Quitting is always an option. I will just never choose that. I will never choose quitting. And sometimes you don't have a choice about losing. Sometimes people just lose their battles no matter how hard they try. I'm telling you, I will not lose. I've never lost this far. And I've faced more than most humans on the planet as far as health consequences have gone, and still been alive. So I hope you tune in. I hope you tell your friends about it. Share this channel with other people. Tell them about me. You can share my name. I'm fine with that. I'm just not going to say it. And buckle in. Let's see what happens. Let's see how bad this treatment hurts me. Let's see how I recover. Let's see how I take whatever is ahead of me. And so, to give you a baseline, right now, that's my morning Diet Coke. Not a big coffee drinker, so I drink Diet Coke in the morning. Right now, my lungs, my total volume of air that I can move is about 2 liters. What most of you can do is move about 4.5 to 5 liters. Some of you who are in great shape can move maybe 5.5, maybe 6 liters if you're a swimmer, you're accustomed to holding your breath. And then the other measure is how much air you can move in 1 second. And I can only do about 1.8 liters. The rest of you can do about 4 liters or so. Folks with bigger lungs can maybe do 4.5. So I'm already starting on the downhill side of what you are supposed to be able to do and what your lungs are how your lungs are supposed to be able to function. Things aren't so bad right now. I can walk around, do normal daily activities of life, but say I were to walk up the stairs, I'm going to start getting out of breath. Not too bad walking up the stairs. I just notice I'm breathing harder. If I were to carry something heavy, say 50 pounds, I will get out of breath. Bad enough that I need to stop and sit down and catch my breath for 2 to 3 minutes. Lung transplants are life-saving procedures. And in most cases, they only prolong life for about 2 to 5 years. At 8 years out from a lung transplant, 80% of the people have passed. I am right now almost 11 years out from my lung transplant. It'll be 11 years in about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks actually. In fact, it'll be a month to a day that it's 11 years. So I've done exceptionally well. And I am very happy and thankful for that. But for a long time, I've been hoping for some type of miracle that would help me regain normal or close to normal lung function. And now knowing that I am most likely on the road to a retransplant of my lungs, I'm not looking at this as a bad thing. I'm looking at this as a second, third, maybe fifth chance at being able to possibly get back normal function. And when I say normal, that's something that I will take and run with and build myself back up into somebody who is very capable of doing amazing things. Won't be quite as strong as I was as a frogman, but I'll be up there. I'm going to do some great things. So, I hope you stick with this. Keep watching. Like I said, tell your friends about it, share it, and let's just see what happens. Today is June 22nd. I'll be going into the hospital, like I said, on July 1st. So I will probably post maybe one more video between now and then when I find out a little bit more info. And then from there, I will try to post videos every 2 or 3 days, or maybe more, of what I'm going through. Especially if it's bad, I'm going to try to post more. Because what I don't want is this to be some sugar-coated, happy unicorn farts and rainbows type of thing, where all you get to see is the Instagram version of what people think motivators are. People need to see how difficult shit can be, and how going through difficult times, dealing with bouts of depression and physical detriment, and then being able to come back from that is possible. So especially if you have loved ones, people close to you, that are dealing with tough times, show them this. Tune them in. Because I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to ever give up a fight. And I know, coming out of this on the other side, I will be winning. It pays to be a winner. Y'all have a good day.